half.
Next day I went and told her, you explained, but I am afraid whether I will enter into that space at all, how to enter into that space. She said, please listen, this word is very important for all of you. Just entertain this desire to experience that space so strongly, the fear whether you will experience or not will break. That is the moment you will experience that space. Listen.
Some of the most
beautifully.
powerful sacred secrets and powerful cognitions you need to know from Paramashivoham about 11 genders. Gender
in Tamil
is
is
the
I'll translate in English.
Your identification
is powerful enough
physical body
to merge the seeker
psychological
into
layer,
that which is sought after.
physiological existence, and
She
your
said beautifully,
will about
what you are that you are seeking,
listen,
entertain that.
your physical
That
existence,
is intelligent enough to break
your
the fear
physiological
whether you will
existence,
achieve it or not,
your psychological
and make you
existence,
enter into that space
and
which you are seeking.
your identification, aham,
It was
will.
such powerful clip
In
for me, I
all
tell you.
4 levels,
This is the key
how
I
you
use
feel the
to
totality
experience
of all
everything
these 4
described in
put
Agama,
together is your
and
gender.
Tantra, and Vedanta, and Yoga.
Unfortunately,
This is the master key.
society does not have
This is the master key.
this elaborate true understanding, because this
If something
knowledge
clicks
was
with you the moment you are master
kept with
actor,
elite.
your heart is waiting
Society
for
has
that.
only the very rough middle class mentality,
being was waiting for
mediocre
that.
understanding of 2 gender, and now they are coming up slowly only to the level of 3rd gender.
Ardhanareshwara explained about the
But
seeking.
actually 11 genders
Don't worry.
exist.
Just keep the seeking.
The various permutation combinations of your
தேடுவதை
gender identification in the physical level, physiological level, psychological level, and
means
will,
that
aham,
seeking is powerful enough
the
to
individual
make the
conscious
seeker
level.
to merge with
So
what is sought
understand,
after. So you don't need to have
when
something else,
Hinduism,
or you don't need to worry or entertain any
Vedas
other
and
fear.
Agamas ask
Will
you
I
to be a
achieve what I am
celibate
seeking?
till the age of 21, the purpose is
It was such a powerful clip
for you to
for me.
realize
I think
in physical
right
level what
word
is
was
the gender
told to
with
me
which
by
you
the
feel
right
comfortable.
person when I was in the
In
right
psychological
temperature.
level, what is the gender with which you are comfortable? In
It's
physiological
straight entered
level, what
into
is
my
the
system.
gender identity with which you are comfortable?
After that,
And your
any of the
conscious,
spiritual
self-conscious
practice,
level, what is the gender with which you are comfortable?
there was
Exploring it,
nothing called
understand
impossibility
the
or
biggest
obstruction
problem
or obstacle.
is
She will tell,
Till
okay,
21,
chant this mantra
if you
and realize
allow
Bhuvaneshwari.
somebody to explore
I will not even have a second thought. If I just chant this mantra, will I have darshana Bhuvaneshwari? How can it be? I will not even have a thought. Even if the thought comes, I'll tell, hey, Mataji told me, my power of seeking, the seeking is powerful enough to make me experience the space I am seeking. So then, I am seeking to experience Devi Bhuvaneshwari, and here is the mantra. This is enough, powerful enough to make me experience the space of Bhuvaneshwari. I don't need to worry whether I am going to have her darshan or not, experience her or not. Come on, let me sit. Over. Because of this confidence and energy and intensity, simply I was mastering different methodologies, techniques, yoga, pranayama, kriya, everything she was teaching. I was just mastering. By giving this one click to me, that you are seeking is capable enough to give you the experience of what you are seeking without any external help or support. By giving this click, she removed the dvandva vigna, this impossibility from me once for all. If she gives me Rajeshwari mantra today, I just know in next 48 hours I will have darshan of Rajeshwari and I have to go back and report to her. If she gives me Varahi mantra, I just know in next 48 hours I will have Varahi darshan and go back and report to her. If she gives me the Tidinitya Devi's mantra, I just know I will have to go and sit and practice it and I will have darshan of that and I have to go back and report to her. That idea, it may work out for me, it may not work out for me, the impossibility whether it is going to happen for me or not, that she broke. See, when that is taken away, so much of excitement and joy, that very excitement makes the whole path very short. Path is long only when you create hurdles by the self, by yourself. Path is always short when you create only excitement. Only when you produce excitement, path is always short. Understand? Out of the food you ate, if you produce only energy, life is always exciting. But if you start producing gas, life is always tiring. The same thing. Out of your thought current, if you produce only energy, excitement, sadhana is always great, exciting, enjoying, beautiful. But out of the same thought current, if you produce again and again impossibility, SDHD, spiritual practice is tiresome. Who knows what is happening? Who knows what is true, what is wrong, what is right? Will I have it? Will I get it? Or maybe it worked for him in those days when his body was without toxins. Now, who knows, my body is full of toxin, and will the same process work for me? You will have 1,000 stupid questions to make you strongly believe it is not possible, at least for you. That is what I call dvandva vigna. The second day, over, break up. If you fought with your girlfriend and did not pick up her calls one night, 40 times she broke up with you, and 41 times she has come back to you. If she is too emotional, 80 times. If you are smiling, it is clicking with you. Understand? No, really. That is exactly the way you deal with the spiritual practice also. You have 1,000 questions to make you feel it is impossible. At least within 3-4 days you are convinced, if it is not second day or third day. Within 3-4 days you know, this is not for me. Over. I tell you, liberating me from the dvandva vigna mental setup is the greatest thing my Guru has done to me. With this one click, listen, I am not asking you to get depressed by thinking about death. I am not interested in taking away your confidence, which you carry that you are going to exist forever. I am not interested in taking away that confidence. And the confidence is not false. That's the good news. Yes, you are going to exist eternally, but please decide to associate yourself with that permanently. It is like just by having the fish smell, you imagine you ate fish. Just by having the confidence, which is the smell of the eternal consciousness, you start deluding yourself, you experience that eternal consciousness. That is what I am telling you. Smell is not eating. Please listen. Sometime, if you are planning to eat just for the sake of taste, not because of hunger, even if you enjoy the smell of the hotel, you will feel like you ate already. You won't feel like eating. If you are not really feeling hungry, but you decide to eat just for the sake of taste, or you saw the photographs of that food in the hoarding, in the poster, if you just decide to eat for the sake of taste or for the sake of the way the food looks, even if you enjoy the smell sitting in the hotel for a few minutes, you won't feel like eating, you will be full. Same way, if you are superficially looking into you, what is death, all that, even the smell of your consciousness, which is confidence. Let me explain. It's a very subtle point I am trying to explain. Listen. There is part of you which never dies, which is eternally alive. Your consciousness, your bioenergy. There is part of you which dies. Unfortunately, you associate yourself with which dies, but you draw confidence from which does not die. It is like just by smelling the food, you feel you ate and you are fulfilled. Smell can never fill your stomach. Listen, only if you eat, it can fill your stomach. Same way, just the confidence of bioenergy that you are never going to die will not make you enlightened, solve the issue once for all. The confidence of your bioenergy, you are never going to die, will be there till your nail gets broken or you face a small fracture. A hairline crack is enough to take away your confidence that you are eternal, you are not going to die. Please listen. You are eternal, you are not going to die. That confidence is only the smell of your bioenergy, not experience of your bioenergy. The rebirth has happened. I had many extraordinary spiritual experiences, but realization of my incarnationhood, who I am, the original state, that realization completely disconnected me from the world. Around 9 months, I was completely away from this body and mind, even though this body and mind was taken care by Kalabhairava.
Exact space.
Kalabhairava was handling it. It was at least doing the activities to keep itself alive, like breathing, eating rarely once in a while. Body was doing those basic actions.
Today, we are
But there
going
was
to
no
be manifesting her
sleep
very energy.
or 1, 2, 3.
Devi Parashakti's very energy.
Body was doing minimal activities to keep itself alive. But I was completely out.
Sorry, Mantasaha, you're saying no
So
sound?
after 9 months,
Yes, okay, ma'am.
see the last moment I remember was
Swamiji
2000
also reveals
January
how he has
1st
seen his gurus
till
manifest the
evening.
power through the alchemy products.
After that, I can
Where
recollect
the
is
incident
only
of
the
one day, an
2000
extremely
Diwali,
ardent devotee approached
almost
Yogi Ram
9 months
Suratkumar and
after.
asked for enlightenment. He told him he would do anything. He demanded
Only
that he
on
be
the
tied up like
Diwali
a
day,
rope and
9 or
promised
10
to work
months.
with.
On the Diwali day evening, between 4:30 to 6, I saw very clearly as a
Friend
motherly,
Swamiji. As we saw in
healing,
the morning,
compassionate,
today's day
loving,
is fully about gender completion.
Kali energy
And the deity
landed
who is
into the
going to
body,
be gracing all of us today is
and the first
Ardhanareeshwara.
word came out
Let's
in
hear
Tamil
from
language,
Swamiji now.
Anandamaga
Great
irungal.
truths on who is Ardhanareeshwara and how Ardhanareeshwara is the transcendental gender, the ultimate gender demystified. Let's now listen to this great
After
truths from
almost
Swamiji.
9 to 10 months gap, that was the first word, just like a cracker, explosion, it came out. After that, a few words have started getting formed, then few sounds, then the coherent expression of words started happening. I think by next April, means 2001 April, the free coherent speech has started. So Diwali is the auspicious day Mother Kali gave rebirth to this body, and this is the day the world was blessed with that beautiful blessing, be blissful. Even now, I always see if that word comes out as a blessing, that's it. Whatever the person is asking, such a strong space is created as a blessing for that person, and I can say it's a real tathastu. It happened. I was nearing Arunachala. So I was staying in a place near Kanchipuram. I was able to move my hands and legs little coherently. So the body was going in a bus, the public transport, to Arunachala. Please understand, all this without any words inside. Just a vague memory only I have. Kalbhairava was moving the body. Maybe the eyes saw Arunachala from the distance in the bus. Bus has entered the Arunachala's energy field. I saw after 5 to 6 minutes, suddenly that Kali's energy landed in the body and the word came out. I can say that is the rebirth.
This one experience that Swamiji shared, that Swamiji shared is a very, very powerful one. How Swamiji, just by the way the Devi's energy manifested, intensely blessing the whole world. This to this day stands as a mission and vision of Kailasa to be blissful. Is the Loka is a place where Devi Parashakti herself resides. It is in this space that she exists as a supremely auspicious, eternally blissful form as Devi Parashakti. And every one of us sitting here today, all of us are going to be receiving that very same initiation into awakening the sacred energies in us, which enables us to manifest this exact space of Devi Parashakti.
Many of you clicked with all the aspects Swamiji revealed to us about how Sri Puram exists, the abode of Devi Parashakti. Today, we are going to be manifesting her very energy, Devi Parashakti's very energy inside each one of us. Sorry, Antasaha, you're saying no sound? Okay, it's okay now. Sorry, I just saw your message.
As we enter into the power manifestation, we have to understand what are alchemy products. See, very clearly Swamiji has given every power manifestation as a science. And as part of that science of power manifestation, one of the biggest revelations Swamiji has given is through the alchemy products. Through the Aushadha and the alchemy products. During 2016-2017, Swamiji opened up this whole new dimension of power manifestation,
How many of you
which
have it?
literally takes power manifestation to the next level. Why is that? Because
Okay,
these
quite a bit of you
alchemy
seem to have.
products function as an
To the
independent
section
intelligence.
summarizing the
Now, when
points
we
you've
do the power
understood would
manifestation,
really
when we do the various
enhance
things, we always
the
say
way
that you
you
have to sit in
receive
space
these
of unclutching.
cognitions inside of you.
Remember,
Because
you are
these
Paramashivoham.
beliefs are
And then sometimes we don't see the
extremely
manifestation
powerful
because of some
cognitions,
incompletion,
right?
some thoughts,
So
some ideas we
you
have.
letting these things
But
inside
the
of you,
alchemy product makes all of
cognizing
this
them
as
deeply,
irrelevant because
understanding them
it
powerfully, would really
functions as a
help you
completely
to
independent intelligence for the manifestation to happen.
start,
How many of you are
like
understanding this?
right.
When we use these alchemy products, it's like a deity where you have a energized form, an energized product which can radiate the power independent of you being able to do it, feeling you can do it, or anything else. So this is a very beautiful thing Swamiji has opened up for all the people, for all of us to do the power manifestation. Now, as we get into it, I want to just let all of you know that if you do not have a energized product already, today during darshan you can keep the mirror or a granite slab with you and do the get it energized by Swamiji. If you have attended any previous programs and you have already the energized alchemy products, whether it's you have a mirror which has been energized for it, or a Krishnashila granite slab, the banyan tree leaf, and the various other products that have been energized by Swamiji, you can get it for this round of power manifestation. So the mirror is a spiritual alchemy product, and as I mentioned, it does not need any maintenance because it's an independent intelligence. It's like a deity. It will answer and respond to you. It works on your neurological system. See, Swamiji said very clearly that our length level is the logical system. Our breath is the psychological system, but at the depth level, it is the neurological system that Swamiji works on. These alchemy products directly work on the depth of your being, and all the power manifestation just becomes your reality instantaneously. So first we start off with the mirror. You can either have a granite slab or a mirror. And when you use these spiritual alchemy products, Swamiji has very clearly revealed, your default future can be studied, which will be an amazing, educating, inspiring experience for you to alter and manifest your future in a different way as you want it, where you want it. It will be an amazing input for your day-to-day life to make your day-to-day life better and see your near and dear ones. Okay, with this understanding of the spiritual alchemy products, we'll enter into the power manifestation. Through these spiritual alchemy products, through the Krishtashila, the granite slab, or a mirror specifically for power manifestation. So when you have a mirror which you're getting energized, it's very important to remember that that mirror is now a deity. So like keep it only for power manifestation, not use it for other things. Is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. So now let's enter into the power manifestation itself. Can I request all of you to get your spiritual alchemy products? Keep it ready. The Shastra Pramana for the power is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 34, Dharana 11. Kapalantarmanonyassa tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manaso dardhyat lakshaye lakshamuttamam. By fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed, in succession, by that stability of the mind and inner space, through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam, by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. We are all taught that to experience life, our eyes are very necessary, our senses is what is necessary. But very clearly, Paramashiva reveals that when the entire being is focused, is centered in the restful awareness, with that stability of the mind and inner space, directly, without having to go through the senses, being able to, beyond the five senses, able to perceive, able to see, reveal any object or place with the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Very clearly also Swamiji has beautifully revealed how during the life of Devi Meenakshi, there lived a very highly advanced Vedic civilization that manifested and lived the science of power manifestation. The Madurai Meenakshi civilization lived with the third eye powers as a way of life. And darshan moments where there would be a stone slab in every household. The people would sit in front of the stone slab, chant the mantra, raise its frequency, and Devi Meenakshi would appear without any sort of external circuit or electricity. Like how today we all sit in front of our laptops and have the darshan of Swamiji. During Meenakshi's time, in every household, there was a granite slab that was the TV of those days, through which Devi Meenakshi from the temple that used to be her court would give darshan to everybody. Swamiji also reveals how he has seen his gurus manifest the power through the alchemy products, where the incident of one day, an extremely ardent devotee approached Yogi Ram Surat Kumar and asked for enlightenment. He told him he would do anything. He demanded that he be tied up by the rope and promised to work till the end. One person gave the promise to him, I will not move till you leave me, I won't bother. So he sat and really, he sat the whole day and did not get agitated. Yogi Ram Surat, in a very casual way, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar said, hey, show him what is happening in his house with his wife. Narayana Swami applied the Jnananjana on the mirror and showed that this man's wife was having an affair with someone. This person's only attachment was with his wife. So Narayana Swami showed that in the TV, like literally like how you would see in a TV, very clearly his wife was having an affair with somebody. Leave my rope, leave everything. Let me, I want to go there. But actually, later but then Narayan, Rogi Ram Surut Kumar very clearly took him through his pattern, helped him complete, and gave him that space of Mauna, the pulse rate becoming zero. Then later, when the man went home and came back, he told, no, nothing like this was happening in my house. And very clearly, Ram Surut Kumar said, yes, I just created with Narayana Swami Tata's help the whole thing in the mirror. But this man was so grateful for giving him that experience, taking him through his pattern and completing with it. This is how even Swamiji has manifested this power of alchemy products and seen it happen in his own life. Now, let's get ready to manifest the power manifestation. So we can start with keeping our alchemy product ready. You can either have a mirror or a Krishtashila on which you will apply the energized Aushadha. So if you have the turmeric, the bhasma, the kumkum or Jnananjana, which has been energized by Swamiji in the previous programs, you can apply it on your Krishtashila or mirror. Make sure you're applying a very thick paste of it, like a completely covering it like a screen. So I just have a Krishtashila over here to show. So this is a regular granite slab and the whole Jnananjana has been applied on it. Like this, you can take your alchemy product and very thick paste, take a thick layer and cover it completely like a TV screen with the Aushadha. So even if you have turmeric or chandan or kumkum, you can do it in the same way. Make a thick paste and with water and completely cover the surface of the alchemy product. Now, are you all ready to start the manifestation? Once you've kept your alchemy products ready, connect to Swamiji. The first step when manifesting with the alchemy products is to have the darshan of Swamiji in the alchemy product. Very clearly, like now, how you're seeing on your screen the image of Swamiji, me, in that clarity, more clear than that, in that same 3D, like a color, the color you're seeing, the way it is, the clarity, the amount of, you just know it's there. Like that, you will see it in the Krishtashila. It may start off as an outline, as some light colors, just some patterns. It'll start off like this, but you'll very clearly be able to see like how you see it on an electronic screen. You'll be able to see Swamiji's darshan. Are we all understanding? If all of us are understanding, can we just put a quick yes in the chat? If we have any questions, if anybody has any questions, please post it in your chat and we can clarify. It's very important to understand how the power manifestation happens because it's a science. It's like if you want to wire a circuit in the house, it's very important to understand the whole science of the electrical science. The same way, when you want to start manifesting powers, it's very important to understand how. Even if you're just turning on the switch, turning off the switch, you have to know it, right? Like how to turn it on, how to turn it off, how it's connected, that which bulb will turn on, which bulb will turn off. The same way. So if you have any questions, please post. We'll clarify any questions you have. And are you understanding about having the darshan of Swamiji? You will very clearly be able to have Swamiji's, as Swamiji says, the Vishwarupa darshan of him. His cosmic form will appear to you in the mirror. Are we all ready to start? Can I have a yes from everybody? please make sure you get either a mirror or a granite slab which you are going to dedicate specifically for power manifestation, and you can keep the Aushadha in front of you, also in the camera, to get energized from Swamiji. Just connect to Swamiji and bow down to him in the mirror as soon as he appears. Request Swamiji in that space of pure oneness, Advaita. Exactly as you see it on the electric screen, you'll be able to see it in the mirror now.
The social concepts and definitions of gender, gender related issues, if you take it as a joke, great. But if you seriously record them in your muscle memory and biomemory and keep them inside your cognition, it can be dangerous. Please listen, it can be dangerous. When a male body made to believe certain concepts of masculine, certain concepts of being a male by the society, the kind of a tension that muscle memory, biomemory goes through, the kind of a suppression it goes through, the kind of expectation it has about the other gender, the kind of incompletion it suffers and craves for the suppressed part, is hell. Such punishment for whole life. And the worst thing is, whatever you suppressed in you, declaring yourself as the male and avoiding anything other than so-called male, you will be searching for it in some other muscles which you will never find. Which you will never find. And this seeking goes on, tortures the person who is living with you, who has committed their life to you. It is like you torture the other person. The other person, she has her own suppressions. She is also product of the society, unenlightened resources. She has suppressed tons of things in the name of she being a female. So all that she is searching in your muscles.
of Paramashiva, manifesting that is called Tantra. Any methodology adopted for that purpose is called Tantra. In course of time, it got associated with multiple traditions like Shakta, Bauddha, Samana. In multiple sampradayas, orders, traditions of Hinduism, it got identified, associated, started having different connotations, and then comes the anti-Hindu narratives, anti-Hindu forces, Hindu-phobic forces contains this word and boxes it inside gory sexual activities and orgies. Without any understandings and reality, I tell you, Tantra is the most anti-sex practice. In real tantric practice, whether you do it with your own being or you do it with some beings outside, it just liberates you.
Nothing,
everything
can be framed into one gender.
As a need or
Actually, the enlightenment itself
food
is a
is not
physiological,
wrong,
psychological mutation.
urge pushing you to eat is wrong. Sex is not wrong, but the urge making you lose your balance and your integrity and pushing you to do the act is wrong. Understand? Anything which breaks your integrity is wrong, not the act. Last few days, satsang, I was insisting on cutting down the solid food intake, bring it to 10% of the calorie which you are consuming, usually. Just 10%. If you used to consume 2000 calorie, bring it to 200 calorie. If you are used to consume 1000 calorie, bring it to 100 calorie. It's almost like I'm asking you to do fasting. Just increase the liquid and balance your routine. Understand? If you have started practicing, you will realize not having solid food, so much of irritation, anger, all the non-integrity emotions manifesting in you. Tiredness will disappear, boredom will disappear, but suddenly you will feel too much of energy and you don't know what to do. I tell you, eating is not wrong, but the urge pushing you to eat is wrong. And sex is not wrong, the urge which makes you lose your integrity for sex is wrong. Tantra works on completion, making you manifest the state, space, powers and being of Paramashiva. Listen carefully. Multiple, various techniques to experience the state of Paramashiva, like unclutching, completion, to experience the space of Paramashiva, like integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, to experience the powers of Paramashiva, oneness, initiation, aushada, mani, mantra, aushada, to manifest the being of Paramashiva, diksha, ultimate initiation, communion, oneness with Guru, who is embodiment of Paramashiva, makes you manifest the being of Paramashiva. All these various levels techniques are adopted, methodologies are adopted. All of them are basically called as Tantra. Understand, Tantra is the most anti-sex tradition. If you believe, if you are told Tantra is the sexual tradition, you are cheated. Be very clear, you are cheated. The kind of the feeling grounded you need to have, never to have tears in your eyes, can happen only by Tantra. When you are grounded, complete with all the emotions of body shaming, good, bad, right, wrong, everything needs to be cleansed. All the toxic ideas inserted into your system, shame, guilt, about your body and how you look and how you feel and the ideas of sex, gender, everything, all the false ideas society has inserted into you need to be removed. You need to be detoxified from all that stupid ideas. That's the only way. That's the only way you will get grounded and become a real Rudraganya. Every man should become a Rudra and every woman should become Rudraganya. That is Tantra. Every man should become Paramashiva, every woman should become Parashakti. That is Tantra. Paramashivoham will give you precise understandings about Tantra, deep understandings about Tantra constantly. You demanding yourself and behaving even with yourself as Paramashiva and manifesting the qualities and state, space, powers and being of Paramashiva continuously in your actions, in your life, in your thinking, in your emotions, everything. That is Tantra. That's all is Tantra. Understand? Life in all its possibility manifesting is Tantra. The Paramashiva in you and Parashakti in you becoming one, the communion and experiencing oneness is Tantra. Very powerful incident happened in my life. One day, very playfully, all my classmates wanted to have a debate with me. Some questions they asked about Ganesha. I answered very strongly. Then one fellow said, he talks as if he knows everything. The other fellow said, no, he knows everything. And then they said, all right, tomorrow we will come up with question. We will ask any question you answer, we will give you 5 rupees. Those days 5 rupees is a big money. And any question I am not able to answer, I have to give 5 rupees. Some 10 boys gathered. I went to Kuppamal. She told me, go and attend, nothing to be afraid, go and do it. Somehow I had the confidence. And I did not even have the thought, if I don't know some answer, what will I do? Anyhow, I went. And they started putting all kinds of questions. Went on and on and on. I was answering. Suddenly one very tricky question came. See, in Tiruvannamalai, there is a small temple on the Pearl Hill, means Pavadakundru, and that there is a small temple. The whole city believes that temple as a Subramanya temple because only for Subramanya's function, people will go there and have darshan and come. And always on the top of the hill, only Subramanya's temple will be there in Tamil Nadu. They just asked me one question. That temple they celebrate the Subramanya celebration. Is it Subramanya's temple? Whole village and the whole, everybody knows it is only Subramanya temple. Before answering, I just looked in. I saw very clearly the point which I call as balance. If you just put a rod between your ears and a rod, that point is called balance. I saw very clearly that balance opening up and the information getting downloaded. No, it is not Subramanya temple, it is Ardhanareeshwara's temple.
Subramania's shrine is also there, but the main deity is Ardhanareeshwara. And I tell you honestly, never that information was fed into me through eyes or through ears, because I had never been inside the temple's Garbha Mandir before, or never I heard from somebody it is Ardhanareeshwara's temple. Never ever the information was fed to me through eyes or through ears. If you open the channel of receiving the information where the eyes and ears meet, that is what I call internet connection. The ballast to information, it is internet connection. Your eyes are like web camera. Your ears are like speaker in the computer. You all know only how to use the eyes and ears and the keyboard. You miss the internet connection. By nature, you have the internet connection in you all. Just because you are breathing, you have internet connection. Without getting infected by virus. Any information can be accessed and handled. I saw very clearly that information being happening, and I responded. One boy who was there, he got really frightened, because any normal person goes to the temple, usually the temple will be open only during some celebration. During that celebration time, always the Subramanya will be kept in the front. So nobody will have the access to the Garbha Mandir to go and even have a look of the original deity. You are shocked. And I saw really that fellow got shaken so much. He never thought, I'll know such a intricate information, fact, such deep fact, because he's from a Brahmin family who does puja of the temple. So he thought, except his family, nobody knows it is a Ardhanareeshwara temple. And actually itself nobody knows. Even now in the village, in the city, it is considered only as a Subramania temple. He said, how do you know? Only we people who enter the Garbha Mandir know. It's Ardhanareeshwara. It's not Subramania. I said, Arey, you enter Garbha Mandir every day and come out. I am inside Garbha Mandir.
An enlightened being cannot be constrained into, first of all, one body. Forget about constraining me into one gender. In Vedic tradition, we call enlightened beings as transcendental gender, not transgender. Transcendental gender. Neither male nor female or gay or lesbian or transgender. It's a separate kind of a body. We call it Divya Sarira, which reflects the way you want to see, you will go on be seeing it. The way you want to perceive, you will be perceiving it. The way you want to enjoy, you will be enjoying it. So it is, even in language, words, Sanskrit gives exemption from all the grammar, rules, everything to enlightened beings. The Sanskrit grammarian, he says, enlightened beings are trying to express something which can never be expressed through words. So they are exempted from all grammar, rules, everything. It is called Arsha Prayoga. Whenever a rishi uses the language for his own convenience, the way he wants and the way he interprets, it is accepted as a trend and grammar rule, and it is called Arsha Prayoga. He is not bound by the linguistic rules, grammar rules. Same way, an enlightened being cannot be constrained even to one body with so much of difficulty when he is trying to express through one body. You can never be able to constrain him to one gender. Whether psychology or physiology or the whole system, the body I carry, nothing can be framed into one gender. Actually, the enlightenment itself is a physiological, psychological mutation.
Ardhanareeshwara. Going beyond all the genders. Swamiji so beautifully explained how enlightened masters, avatara purushas and siddha purushas are not confined to just one gender. They exist beyond the forms, identities of gender. Now, with it is this understanding, with this cognition, all of us can transcend all the genders, gender based identities that we are stuck with, that we do not experience completion with. Swamiji revealed a very important truth in the beginning, if you notice. Swamiji said, if you are a person who is confused about your gender, be clear, you are saved from the society. If you're a person who's very clear, this is a male, this is a female, then you're seriously into a mess. This may be like very paradoxical, right? Like, how can it be possible? Like, if you're not clear, why is it good? But that is the key. Swamiji revealed a very, very important truth in this. Swamiji said, all the confines of genders that is put upon to us by the society is again and again going to limit us to that. The moment you step away from this, you experience completion, you experience breakthrough. If you just realize that you are beyond, you are not bound by these shackles of gender. Every one of you that are sitting here today, please understand this is the precise experience that all of us are going to be receiving today through the darshan, awakening the Ardhanareeshwara component of you. Now, can I request every one of you to type what do you think Ardhanareeshwara represents? Come on. Ma Helgali, ma Luluni, ma Gulxiazi, Madonna, ma Pinzenpoa. Can I request all of you to share? What, according to you, is represented by Ardhanareeshwara? Come on. Mao Fengzing Aya, Shi Fong Sing, Ashok Amin Aya. Come on, everyone. Share what did you understand as what Ardhanareeshwara in his cosmic form represents. Nithyanandam, Robert Ramaya. Robert Ramaya, you should invite all your friends over even for the sessions through the day. See, when they attend all the right understanding, when they attend through the workshops, all of these sessions, because right from the morning we learn so many different important revelations from Swamiji, which is what prepares us to receive the initiation. Like there's no point you buying a brand new iPhone without knowing its special features and what are the special uses that it will have. Without that, you're like completely going to be underusing that iPhone. Similarly, without understanding the science, the software of the initiations, it is it is not really of any use unless you have the experience, cognition, and understanding of these initiations. And today is very, very, very important. So we encourage all the participants. It is completely free even for newcomers. So even if they're completely new, they have never experienced Swamiji, please go ahead, invite them. Your one invitation is going to make a big difference in their lives. Okay, Gate is posted metaphysical body. That's right. But they're not just metaphysical body. The gender consciousness in the body is not as we understand it. Right now, the moment I say a girl, all of us have a certain idea about the physical, physiological, psychological appearance of a woman, a girl. When I say a boy, all of us carry a certain amount of physical, physiological, psychological understanding of what a boy is like. Now, all these genders, the definition of genders, that is why society has categorized everything other than male or female as the other gender, which is the biggest, Swamiji tells, this is the biggest violence done to humanity. Now, Ardhanareeshwara is that ultimate representation where how genders are celebrated in Hinduism. Gender is not something separate. It is not like,
He has
you have to,
revealed
it's
about
something
the
separate.
11
Gender is
genders
something
and
that is just
how
like
it's such
you
an
changing your dress.
important part of
You're
our
not going
life.
to give
How
importance, so
knowing
much
this can
importance to your dress.
transform
You wear today one dress, tomorrow
everything,
you wear
the
another
way
dress.
you
That's all. It's
relate
just
with
that's
life
about it.
and the way you
Same
experience
way,
life.
this body you're
In this
wearing,
session, Swamiji is going to
gender
give
is
us
a
the
clothing of
revelations
that
on the 11
body.
genders and how to
So it
diagnose
does
your
not
gender.
affect
Let's
you.
now listen to these powerful
Understanding that you are
cognitions from
beyond these genders
Swamiji.
is what Ardhanareeshwara represents. The ultimate gender is Ardhanareeshwara, the transcendental gender. It happens where the level of completion, the depth of completion reaches to your very biomemory. All the mental, physical disorders are due to the parasite sitting inside the biomemory. The nature of Ardhanareeshwara is very beautifully described by by Adi Shankaracharya. He says, प्रपञ्चसृष्ट्युन्मुखलासयकायिं समस्तस्तामहाकताण्डवाय जगज्जनन्यै च जगत्पित्रे नमः शिवायै च नमः शिवाय. Of Ardhanareeshwara, as described by Adi Shankara. He says, my salutations to both Parvati and Paramashiva, to her whose dance marks the creation of the world, to him whose dance destroys everything, to her who is the mother of the universe, and to him who is the father of the universe. Jagat Jananyai cha Jagateka Pitre Namah Shivayai cha Namah Shivaya. Such a beautiful line. He at the same time worships Shivaya, Devi, and Shivaya, Paramashiva. This part of the Kailasa's kingdom of Surya Vamsha Surangi Samrajyam is this Krunashini Devi, the deity that you're all seeing. Actually, Swamiji is the current emperor of Surya Vamsha Surangi Samrajyam. And Krunashini Devi represents the pure biomemory. And she is the Kula Devata, which means main deity worshipped by a family or lineage of the Surya Vamsha Sarvajna Pita Surangi Samrajyam. And the picture you're all seeing is that of Krunashini Devi. And she is worshipped by Mother Krunashini was worshipped since Surya Vamsa, which starts from Rama, Buddha, and it continues. And on the top left, you can see the current, the ruling family of Surangi Samrajyam. And to the right, you can see the palace of Surangi Samrajyam. And now this Surangi Samrajyam has been given to Swamiji. Swamiji is the current emperor, coronated king of the Surangi Samrajyam. All these extraordinary traditions, the Yogini Sarvajna Peetham, the Yogini's tradition, the Rudrakanya Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya of Hinduism, represent how all our ancestors, they knew the signs of how to transcend beyond genders, and they all existed at a plane and space where their physical form is beyond the gender identity, and it's not confined to any of the gender, limited to any of the gender-based identity that we all carry. Now, all of us learned this exact truth from Swamiji about how and who is Ardhanareeshwara and what is he represented by. See, please understand, Ardhanareeshwara, the principle of Ardhanareeshwara is that he shows, or Ardhanareeshwara shows us about how we are not limited to just being a male body, a female body, being a particular identity. This is how male should be, this is how female should be, this is how we should be, etc. So now today's initiation you're all going to be having is exactly Swamiji giving us this experience in our being, which is not gender affected is by only a clothing that we wear. Today's initiation is going to make us experience of gender, that consciousness, which is connotations of gender that you carry inside you, that will affect your very cognition about you. Like Swamiji said, unfortunately, we're all taught to associate we are our gender. We are not taught to recognize that consciousness which is beyond all the genders, which is not affected by any gender. Today's initiation is going to make us experience that consciousness which is beyond all the gender and gender based identity. Every one of you sitting here with us, all the viewers that are watching us on YouTube, please make sure for the initiation, for you to get the best experience of the initiation, go ahead to paramashivoham.org. You all can sign up there and join us in for via the two-way video conferencing for this very, very powerful initiation today. This initiation is extremely powerful, and at the same time, all the people, participants attending here, if you have your children who are just entering into college or, who are growing up, adolescents, and if you have your friends who are getting into relationships, who are just getting married, this is the best gift you can give them. Because without the right understandings of gender themselves, there's no point. Any relationship they get into, like Swamiji is explaining, The man will be searching for his other half, his own suppressed part of the female. The female will be searching for her own other half, her own suppressed part of male. This searching for the other half outside will only lead to putting each other's expectations on each other without being ready for it, which leads to all conflicts in relationship. If we just understand this, this is the right preparation to have right relationships, best relationships in life. So I really like to request all the participants, how many of you are going to invite your friends, how many of you are going to invite, take this as a responsibility, understand this science is too precious and should not be missed. Maihan Shen is asking, what time does that point start? Actually, right after the session, we will be learning about gender. So better that they join now, because we will be learning about next session, and next sessions are on gender and completing gender. So you can ask them to join now itself so that they learn. Yes. Okay. Can I request all of you to post how many of you are going to invite your friends?
Have the darshan of the Bidadi banyan tree. You can keep your alchemy product, your spiritual alchemy product, and it will be like a screen, like an electronic screen. So I have my Krishnashila over here. You can keep whatever alchemy product you have, and see the thick layer of Aushada that is there on it. You can apply a thick layer of Aushada. This is a granite slab which I have. So this is a simple construction granite slab that has been energized by Swamiji for the power, as an alchemy product to do the power manifestation process. So like this, you can get a small granite slab, or you can get or get any mirror with which you can manifest. Yi Han Chen is asking, you're not sure. First of all, you need to wipe the mirror clean. Next, cover the whole mirror with turmeric powder, as well as my temples and 3 eyes, and then close my eyes and start chanting. What you have to do, is you have the energized mirror from Swamiji. First, it's very important that the mirror and the Aushada is already energized by Swamiji. So you can keep that, wipe it clean, cover it with the Aushada, and then becoming first a witness to these emotions. Then you'll see all your thoughts, everything will just settle down. It will become an empty space. Now, to maintain that unclutched space, chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham chant the Mahavakya. Connect to Swamiji. Remember Swamiji in your third eye, the darshan of Swamiji, the form of Swamiji. Just connect to Swamiji. The feeling connection you bring it. These three that Swamiji says. Swamiji calls it EFU, enchanting, which is the Ajapa Japa, feeling connection, and unclutching. These three, just hold them again and again and again. Do not expect. See, there's a very important thing, which is when we're doing the power manifestation, it's important that we're not expecting something to happen. That we're not holding, okay, am I seeing? Am I seeing? I'm not seeing. Oh my God, I have to see. That is not the context we're holding. Power manifestation happens as a result. But the main thing that we're doing, it's just a byproduct. The main thing is connecting to Swamiji, experiencing that oneness space, experiencing yourself as Paramashiva. That experience is the main thing we're looking for here. So while you're sitting, turn your attention back onto the observer. When you're chanting the Mahavakya, who is it that is chanting? Listen to yourself chanting the Mahavakya. This is how, the more and more you put your attention on that, yes, the images will start appearing. You just hold it and look at it. Swamiji says, you do the actions, but without any reaction within you. No idea of, oh, it's appearing, or oh, it's not appearing. Just hold it, look at it, and connect to Swamiji and lose yourself in that space. Now, whatever appears after that, you will tell out, you will reveal it, you will have the darshan. But the main focus is on these three, the unclutching, the ajapa ajapa, and the feeling connection. Because that is what will connect you with that cosmic source of energy. We just heard the incident from Swamiji's life. How just by connecting with that cosmic knowledge, he was able to scan the deity of the temple. Like this, the higher and higher truths will get revealed to you when you connect to it. But the important part is not expecting a result. The important part is connecting to Swamiji. Whatever comes after that is his manifestation. But I want to experience myself as Paramashiva now. So we can start. Just have the darshan of Swamiji of the banyan tree. As Nithyananda had said, we can start with that. Have the darshan of the Bidadi banyan tree in your Krishtashila right now, in your granite slab or in the mirror.
Nithyananda
For all
Paramashivoham.
those who have had the darshan of Swamiji, you can choose a particular place which you are going to be in. Like one Jyoti said, in this round we are going to be scanning the Bidadi banyan. That is the place we are going to scan. All those who do not have the energized alchemy of product, you can just close your eyes and sit and look through your product. If you do have the alchemy product, you will not be closing your eyes. You'll be keeping your eyes open and with all three eyes, including your two eyes, looking at the alchemy product in front of you and seeing it, like how when you look at the screen, you look through your both eyes and you see the happenings happening on your electronic screen. The same way, through your two eyes, you'll be able to look at the object in front of you. You'll be able to look at the Krishtashila, at the granite slab, the mirror, and on the screen, very clearly you will see it. You'll be able to see it with all your three eyes. It will not be you closing your eyes and seeing. For all those who do not have the spiritual alchemy product energized yet, you can close your eyes and look through your third eye and see the place, the Bidadi banyan tree. The more you do it, you work with it, you get familiarized with it, it'll come very clearly, like a screen, like an electronic screen. You'll be able to see all the colors, all the details very perfectly in the alchemy product. The next session we're going to be entering into is what Swamiji has revealed about the 11 genders and how it's such an important part of our life, how knowing this can transform everything, the way you relate with life and the way you experience life. In this session, Swamiji is going to give us the revelations on the 11 genders and how to diagnose your gender. Let's now listen to these powerful cognitions from Swamiji.
The future of the world is going to be this way. Future of the planet Earth is going to be exactly this way. Once you become 18, now you have the freedom to choose which country you want to live. What should be your language? What should be the field you wanted to enrich the world? And which faith you wanted to live? Which religion you wanted to pick up? Which gender you want to have? It is going to be very common, the gender exchange operations. Gender change operations are going to be just like a cough cold medication. It's going to be available in every street. Very soon, you don't need to be bound in the gender you are born. You don't need to be bound in the religion you are born. You don't need to be bound in the country you are born. You don't need to be bound with your mother tongue. So naturally, all the people who promote love for your country, love for your religion, love for your mother tongue, love for your culture, love for your gender, they will all be outdated. Because politics thrives on constantly making you love the things which you don't need to love. Constantly generating, forcing the pseudo-love. Why do you need to love a language? Tell me. Language is just for communication. Over. If you know what the other person is saying, if the other person knows what you are saying just, and he understands that it's over. Language is just for communication. Not for becoming fanatic and dying. Religion is just for enriching yourself and others, not for just killing each other. Country is what for country concept, so that we create better and better infrastructure and enrich the universe, enrich the world. But instead, we build more and more weapons in the name of defense and kill each other. The concept of language, concept of country, concept of religion, just see how many billions of people we lost on the planet Earth and all their intelligence. There are some religions, even while you are alive, they kill your intelligence.